I need my crutch. It's my security blanket. Hi, my name is Brett. That is my given name. It's an unusual name for a girl, I get that. A lot of the time, though, I find when I introduce myself to people, especially men, especially older men, they get this brief look, this brief glimmer, I dare even call it a twinkle, where I can tell they're thinking, maybe, she has a penis. And I don't correct them right away. Oh no, I like to live in that world, swim in it. I'm like, ooh. Is this what respect feels like? Oh, it's so good. I wish I got more of the memos about being a girl growing up. Like I didn't get the memo that girls were supposed to get really into astrology. Yeah, missed that memo, missed that boat. Okay, because I got really into mythology. And now every time a gal pal comes up to me and they're like, oh my God, Brett, I'm dating a guy and he's like an Aries with a Saturn moon. What do I do? I'm like, I don't know. Historically, they're both such complicated father figures. Feels like a tough read. I used to think my friends that were really into like essential oils and homeopathic medicine were weird, but now I think I get it because I'm too poor to go to the doctor also. Like I'm pretty sure the future of healthcare is just me giving birth in a wash basin, biting down on a whiskey-soaked spoon covered in raw manuka honey. All right, eat your heart out, Goop. Eat your heart out, Gwyneth Paltrow. The baby's born and it's just holding a jade egg. We know he's the chosen one. There's a lot of pressure as a young lady to be having kids all the time, which I don't necessarily agree with. You know, kids are like purses. You set them on the ground, that's bad luck. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that. I don't think I'm responsible enough to have a kid because I got a notice from my car dealership in the mail saying that my particular model of Honda Civic has a faulty airbag system, and instead of an airbag, shards of metal fragments will shoot out into my face. And I'm not gonna lie to you, crowd, I sat on that info for like 3 months. Every day I got in the car and I was like, let it ride. We're just gonna gamble, we're gonna see. A lot of pressure to be getting married, which I don't agree with either. I don't think I'm dispositionally suited for marriage. You can ask both my parents. I'm very ungrateful. Definitely not house trained. I have started dating a rich guy though, which does show forward thinking. Ladies. He's like, I don't think my family's rich. And I was like, oh really? You don't think your family's rich? Because there's a large acrylic oil painting of them right behind you. That begs to differ. All of my childhood memories are on an undeveloped Kodak film camera somewhere. So, must be nice. Must be nice. I think I realized this family was rich when his mom offered to buy my hand in marriage. I think that was a giveaway. She was outside smoking a cigarette and I went out to join her. Not because I smoke, I'm just addicted to the second hand. And she was outside smoking a cigarette. She's like, you know, Brett, we'd love to buy you a car, but you'd have to marry Chris, of course. And I said, Gail, did you just offer me a dowry? She like takes another puff of her cigarette. She's like, huh, I guess I did. Like it was nothing to her. And if anyone wants to know what a 25-year-old stand-up comic goes for, it's roughly the Kelly Blue value of a 2002 used Honda Civic with a faulty airbag system. I'm doing great. I'm living my best life. I don't mean to be hyperbolic, but the internet is for sure run by the devil. I'm just afraid that I'm gonna die and I'm gonna end up in hell because I'm cool like that. I end up in hell, and that the way that they sort us in hell is I gotta take some kind of BuzzFeed quiz. Where it's like, what kind of pizza topping are you? And I'm gonna be like, mushrooms, fuck no, bell peppers, and then I'm just stuck playing shuffleboard with a bunch of pedophiles forever. You wouldn't believe it, but Jeffrey Epstein cheats at canasta. And it's the bane of my existence. I don't know. Like, I don't mean to be nihilistic about it. It's just technology's advancing so fast that I don't feel like we're realizing the repercussions as it's happening. Like right now, my dad has an app on his phone that is connected to a series of cameras that runs throughout my grandmother's house, watching her in case she has another bad fall. And for his sake, I hope that's all it is. Okay, you know? I'm not reading into it, but I'm reading into it. It's just him watching her live her life, letting her live her bliss. But I've had Sims 1 and Sims 2. And I know it's a slippery slope from just watching them live their life to deleting all the doors and windows in her house to try and feel something, okay? Next thing you know, my grandma's going for a swim without a pool ladder. Stuck on a goddamn screen like a geriatric Tamagotchi pet. I'll end on this. I know, I love me too. My dad and I, we were a few years ago, we were going to donate a bunch of stuff to the local battered women's shelter, and we were looking online for the list of specifications for stuff that they would and would not take. And one of the specifications listed was gently used clothing free of stains and tears. And I was like, that's super weird. Tears are clear, they don't leave stains. Unless the women are so emotionally traumatized that they can sense clothes that you've cried in, thereby re-triggering them to past trauma. It was just a thing. I was very into energies. I was like talking to people, I was like, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that they would list that as a specification? They're like, yeah, that is weird. And then I was telling this to a friend of mine, and he goes, tears, Brett. Tears. And I started laughing and crying, not only because I didn't learn the lesson about context clues, but no one had corrected me for 2 years, meaning I had spread an urban legend around the Houston area that battered women can't take clothes you've cried in, thereby depriving them of valuable resources that they need. I've been Brett VertVoort. Thank y'all so much.